It's Scoot here, nationally best-selling author of You Are the One and The Magic of Surrender. The things I had completely wrong about life. Yeah, the biggest regret I have is not spending more time with my mother because I thought I had time. I was working so hard, and I still do, but I was working so hard trying to impact people and impact the world that looking back, I never really made time for her because I thought I had time. Christmases and birthdays and occasions. And it was only when she was dying that I realized the real thing that mattered. Because in that moment, my heart was full of regrets of all the things I wish I had done, that I planned to do, of all the things I wanted to do, that I didn't do, of all the things I could have done. In that moment, I realized what was really important. I realized you could say that I had it wrong. We spend so much of our time and energy trying to get somewhere that we think is important that I missed what was important that was right in front of me. I didn't have time to just hang out with my mom. I didn't have time to just shoot the breeze with my mom. I didn't have time. And now she was going, weeks left. And I'd be in chemo with my mother, full of regret. And that changed my life. You know, looking back, I realize now that I had to go through that because everything is in hindsight. And we know, okay, you're gonna die at some point, but sometimes only when you go through it do you realize the preciousness of life. And I think that had I not gone through that moment and realization and actually experienced the death of my mother, I don't know if I would have been as appreciative of the preciousness of the time with my wife and the time with my son. My son is 2 years old now. The time has flown. And every day I see him grow. And every day he starts learning new things. Every day he's a new person. And because of, I wouldn't say the mistake, but because of the lack of insight and awareness, it impacted me so deeply that now I think I truly can value the time with my wife and my son. I remember that there was a time where I was working away so hard at my desk, so focused, and my son kept knocking on the office door of my home office. He was knocking, and he wouldn't go. Dad, God. And I remember there was a moment when I was getting so frustrated, like, can't you see I'm working, trying to impact the world? And I looked at him as just this little boy that just looked at me just like his dad is a hero, wanting to be with his dad. And in that moment, I remembered what was really important. And I opened the door and I put him on my lap and I tried to work. But what I remembered in that moment is these moments will not last forever, that he will never be this small and little again. What I realized in that moment is I'd missed so many of these ordinary moments with my mother, just having a cup of tea that I didn't think was important, taking a walk that I didn't have time for, sitting together and doing nothing because I thought it was a waste of time. It's only when my mother passed that I would give anything to sit and waste time with my mother, shoot the breeze and do nothing. So now with my son, I'm humbled and I realize the preciousness of the ordinary moments. What did I have wrong? Perhaps it was realizing that the ordinary moments is what life is. The ordinary moments are the extraordinary moments, because life is not about being in Machu Picchu on the mountaintop, those holiday vacations in the Ritz-Carlton, flying to Tahiti, being on the helicopter. That's nice, that's cool, that's great, but that often makes up, 10%, 5% of your life? The other 90% is real life every day. In the morning, having breakfast, walking, living, taking out the trash, just the everyday stuff. So I really now have learned to value the ordinary moments. And so as I sat with my son and I realized, they'll never be this small again. These moments will never come again. That there will come a moment with my son when he's 12, 13, 15, 18, 20, where I will be begging for him to knock on my door and call me. And so I look back and I go, wow, I should have done more with my mom. And I think now I'm determined to not make that mistake so that when I'm older, and I think, wow, I should have done more with my son. When I'm begging my son to spend time, I don't want to have the regret of realizing I wasn't there for him. And so these are some things that through the process of life, you often learn only in the process of life. So if you're someone and your mother's still alive, call her. Your dad is still around, call him, because you don't have time. your siblings, your sisters, your aunts, your cousins, or anyone that is meaningful to you. It's not the extraordinary moments that make up life. It's the ordinary moments that make life extraordinary. That's what I learned. I hope you enjoyed this short video. Please share it with anyone in your life that you feel would benefit. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll catch you in the next video.